This video is going to be about our future plans and a little bit about our past so you can understand our future plans in this exciting journey that we hope to embark on really soon. So, in my opinion, Kevin and I live in a very lovely home. Our home is 2,668 square feet. We live here with each other and our two boxer dogs that we rescued about 5 years ago. We have lived here for about a year and a half, and we are ready to sell it. Yes, but some of the reasons that we bought this house a year and a half ago were because we wanted at least 3 acres. Basically, we made a list of all the features that we wanted, and we kind of chose a house by finding one that had at least 50% of those features. And so we wanted a house that had higher ceilings, or at least 9-foot ceilings. The downstairs of our house has 9-foot ceilings. We wanted a house with a fireplace. We have that. The 2-person tub, we have that. We wanted a house with a lot of windows. We have that. We wanted a house with at least 3 acres, that sat on at least 3 acres. We have that. We wanted a wraparound porch or a screened-in porch. We have a screened-in porch. We wanted a house with dual air conditioners. We have that. Our dual heating and cooling, dual zoned heating and cooling, we have that. We wanted a large kitchen. Our kitchen's a pretty good size. We wanted at least 3 bathrooms. We have 3.5 we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 bathrooms. We wanted a house with 3 bathrooms. We have that. Oh, and we wanted a house with a garage, and we have that. So we found a house that had a lot of the features that we thought we wanted at the time. We did want them. We don't regret buying this house. Because until you do something, you don't really see how possible it is. In my experience, you don't know how actually possible it is for things to happen until you do them or until you experience it. And I found that several times in my life, and we wanted this nice house, and we got this nice house, and now we don't need it anymore. We've done this, and yes, maybe it's a quick turnaround, but you know, life's short, so act in the moment. Part of me thinks that I'll probably be sad when we sell it, but we are excited to try something different. When Kevin and I started dating, we lived in apartments. You know, we've lived in 3 apartments together and 3 homes together. One of the homes was a rental home. This is the second home that we've owned that we've lived in. Kevin and I want to sell our house and move into our travel trailer. I know that sounds crazy. We don't even have a super nice travel trailer. I think our travel trailer is very nice, and I like it a lot. We have a Forest River Surveyor, 2010 Forest River Surveyor. It's really nice. It has big windows. It has a nice sofa. I don't think I've ever done a tour of the inside of there, but I will. And for the purposes of this video, I will insert a lot of photos of our home at the end of the video. When we lived in apartments, I always longed for more space. I always wanted a bigger home. Growing up, I always thought that we would do a lot of like entertaining or I don't know, that I needed a lot of belongings and a lot of dishes, a lot of glassware. You know, I thought I wanted to have a lot of books, a lot of bed linens, a lot of everything, really. And only in the past, probably less than a year, I've decided that, well, we've both decided. I think I was the first one that was, you know, well, I don't know, because when we moved, Kevin, honestly, he does so much for me, and he, you know, does a lot of like the actual moving of belongings from where we live to the next place that we live. And he has said, you know, oh my gosh, you know, we have so much stuff. You know, I hate moving this stuff. I hate dragging all this stuff around. So we started at the beginning of the year. Our New Year's resolution for 2015 was to, one of our New Year's resolutions for 2015 was to become a minimalist. And, you know, minimalism is something that I feel like everybody needs an explanation, or people don't like that word. I personally like that word. I understand that when someone says that they're a minimalist, they fall somewhere on a spectrum. Do I count my belongings? No, I haven't counted all of my belongings. I've always had too many to count, probably. But I have counted my clothes, and I kind of like to count as I'm decluttering. So I may count, you know, how many mixing bowls I have, for example, and then say, okay, how many do I really need? And then, you know, aim for that amount, and then maybe keep one extra, and then, you know, maybe do it again in a few weeks and try to let go of a little bit more, or a few days. So yeah, our plan is to sell this beautiful home. It was, you know, pretty much in move-in condition when we moved in. But now that we are going to sell it a year and a half later, you know, there's things that need to be done. Pressure washing, lawn care, tree trimming, things like that. Painting. We want to live in the travel trailer that we have. And then, in my mind, I think that in probably 2 years or so, we will want to upgrade to a fifth wheel. The travel trailer that we purchased we bought it in April. It cost us $13,000 or $13,500. And so when we upgrade to a new fifth wheel, not a new, I really don't want new. I'd really like used, but just maybe 4 years old, 4, 5, 6 years old. Honestly, our 2010 Forest River Surveyor, in my opinion, seems like it's in, I mean, very like new condition. It was used very gently, thankfully. We did a lot of searching and researching to find it. But anyway, so what's happening is my mother has purchased 26 acres in the area where she's going to have her horses, and we are going to park our travel trailer there in between traveling. You know, we want to spend a lot of time together. We've been together for a long time, and it just never gets old. It just is always getting better. And so we're not worried about living in a confined space. We have this big house right now, and we're always like right next to each other. We like to spend a lot of time together, and that's why we're doing this. We're doing this, okay, why are we selling our house and moving into a travel trailer? Well, through the process of becoming minimalist, we have gotten rid of, so far, approximately 10 truck and trailer loads full of our belongings. A lot of it we have donated to the SPCA. If you are considering getting rid of any items, please consider donating to the SPCA. to help the animals. We're not lazy people. And it's just that, when Kevin gets off of work, there's always lawn maintenance. There's always things that I need him to do. I spend my days cleaning, and it's like, how does the house even get dirty? And I will say that in the process of becoming a minimalist, our house is staying much cleaner because there just aren't as many things to have laying around. But there's still a lot of things to do. And I know that when we live in a travel trailer, there's still going to be the daily tasks like making the bed and doing the dishes. But I think that I'll probably be able to knock out those chores a lot more quickly. And then also, when Kevin's off work, we've lived in the town that we live in. We live in the town that we've lived in for the past year and a half. And all the things that we thought we were going to have time to do when we moved here, we haven't done any of them. We haven't gone to the parks. There's several parks in our area that we have wanted to go to. We haven't been to them. We've wanted to go walking around downtown. We have done that when we've had family in town, but we've never done it together. We've wanted to ride bikes around downtown. We haven't done that. There's just we haven't been to a play or a museum in quite some time. The things that I long to do, like I like to have philosophical conversations with my husband and sit around and read books to each other. Nowadays on my iPad, because I'm going to keep very few paperback books. But anyway, so subscribe to this channel if you're interested in seeing how this unfolds over the next several months. It is, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I don't know how long it's going to take to sell our house. It could take a while. We figure that if Kevin didn't have to work, it would take us 3 weeks to do everything that we need to do here at the house in order to get it ready to sell. But since he does have to work, we're afraid that it could take approximately 2 months. We don't want it to take that long. We're trying to hustle. We do pretty well under pressure or when we're striving for a goal. So, stick with us through this journey and see what happens as we pare down our belongings and prepare to move into the travel trailer. This plan fits really well with our budgeting mindset because, we are still going to have bills, of course, but we are not going to have a house payment. And our house payment is really reasonable. It's just that we don't want to spend that anymore. We would rather put that money away for traveling or investing, things like that. So, like I said, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see where this journey takes us. My inspiration in making this video is to inspire others the way that others have inspired me. YouTube videos that I've watched for inspiration have been the channels RV Love and Gone with the Winds. We've enjoyed watching both of those and have found them both, to be inspirational for shaking things up. I have to tell you about a movie that I saw recently. It's called Revolutionary Road with Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. One of the lines in there said something like, who says getting married means that you have to basically retire from life. I don't know exactly how she said it, but if you're interested in moving out of your house and living in a travel trailer or an RV, then I would watch Revolutionary Road. It's not a documentary or anything like that. I just saw it and I just thought, hey, wow, that's really... I don't want to give it away, but I will say that what's fascinating to me in the movie is you will see how, even within families, how rare it is to get everybody on board for taking the plunge to live life at your maximum potential, or at your at the next level, or vibrantly. So anyway, we can have more discussions about that, but basically what it is in the movie. So stop watching now if you don't want me to give away the movie, but for those of you who have seen the movie, or don't mind me telling you this part, I'll just say that at the end of the movie, or near the end of the movie, even Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet's husband in the movie, signs back up for the old life. But anyway, so just a big thanks. RV Love and Gone with the Winds are probably never going to see this video, but I just did want to let you guys know, if you do happen to see it, that you definitely inspired me and Kevin to change our lives, and we're going to. And I hope that the reason I'm making this video is, again, if someone sees my video, maybe I will have said something to them differently or in a different way, or maybe they haven't seen the Gone with the Winds or RV Love, but if we can inspire more people to do this, it's awesome. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody should sell their homes and go live in travel trailers. I'm really not. But I'm just saying that if you have any thought that you might want to do this, I'm telling you, keep watching these videos, because we are on board and we are doing it. And I can't wait. I hope you guys subscribe and you come along for the adventure. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day.